Welcome everybody, it is Crypto Moose and it's time to get loose. Mitchell Bouchard, your crypto and NFT investor. Welcome back. What we're going to do on this episode is get into DeFi. Specifically, I want to talk about decentralized finance in 2025 and get into some projects. So what makes DeFi so valuable and important? And I'm going to share with you some tools and things that I see. So if you get something out of this, smash the like button, comment, subscribe, and we'll dive right in. So the first question I've got on my list here is, what is DeFi? So what is decentralized finance? Very simple. DeFi refers to ecosystems, financial ecosystems that are built using blockchain technology. So because of blockchain, we basically now have smart contracts. So with Bitcoin, you could send tokens across the blockchain. That's where all your tokens are held, by the way. But with DeFi, when it came to Ethereum and other layer ones, what you could do is create smart contracts. So you could now do things like hold liquid staking positions now with NFTs. So you could now do lending and borrowing on the blockchain, right? You could have self-executing activity. And this allows you to take the idea of crypto, which is owning digital assets where there's no intermediary, right? It's decentralized. Anybody can participate. And then you could also marry it with smart contracts. So that's kind of DeFi. DeFi is basically your banking on the blockchain. And now you don't need the traditional routes. And this is what I want to get into. I want to talk about a little bit of the innovation. So if you guys get something out of this, like, comment, subscribe. Nothing should be taken as financial advice. So right here, I've got 180 bucks. Okay. You guys know the Moose has more than this. I have $200. But let's say I want to use a bank today in Canada, right? I got 180 bucks, right? Maybe I need 20 bucks, to let loose, get some drinks later. So I got 160 bucks. I want to deposit this in my account. Okay. Well, first off, I got cash, right? Or I got maybe a debit card in my wallet. And I'm very limited to what I can do with finance. So I take this money, I give it to a bank. Sure, I have access to the money, kind of. But the banks can now lend and borrow my money, right? I just gave up my money. So I deposit this in the bank. Well, I don't have immediate access to it. Technically, the bank owns it. They make money off of the interest. And that's where DeFi comes into play. With DeFi, because you can set up, a non-custodial crypto wallet. So say you have a hardware wallet, I have access to what I have on the blockchain. And now I can have my money working for me. I'm the bank. That's the idea, right? And there are a couple of different projects that allow you to do that. So we'll talk about that. But most importantly, I just want to explain the idea and reasoning for why I believe DeFi is a big deal. And, currently we are October 13th, 2024. And I think we're about to go really high in 2025. I think that's going to be the bull run. January, February could start now. But it's my speculation that right now we're October 13th, 2024. And there are certain DeFi projects that I think will do well. So Bitcoin runs up. That's a layer one. And then you also have, Bitcoin, let's view it as the first crypto. And then you also have your altcoins alternative to Bitcoin, which are other layer ones like Ethereum and whatnot. And these ones allow for smart contracts. They allow for DeFi. Okay. So I hope you're following me here. So here we're looking at Ethereum, right? And if you're investing and you want to get exposure to DeFi, the simplest way is to buy the underlying asset, right? If you want to get exposure to DeFi, pick up some Ethereum, right? Pick up some Solana if you want. Pick up Cardano. Again, research this stuff. You can pick up some AVAX. These layer one blockchains are the foundation to which other projects, other decentralized applications are building on top of, which will allow for lending, staking, borrowing, right? These are called decentralized exchanges, where instead of using something like Binance or it'd be Kraken or a centralized exchange, they're now decentralized exchanges where you can connect your wallet and you could begin to do things like yield farming, supplying liquidity, etc. So I've got a couple notes here I want to hit on again. So most people are not doing DeFi. Sure, if you're staking, that's great, but there are better ways to stake other than using Coinbase or Binance because you can own your crypto, right? You're not giving up ownership to your digital assets, okay? So for the future of decentralized finance, these are some of the top projects. Let's talk about it. Okay, and we'll talk about why it's a big deal as well. So emerging trends, we also have liquid staking, decentralized exchanges. So let's get into that first. So let's say you are using Cardano. It's just simple because I have a lot of Cardano wallets here. Let's say you're on MinSwap. So you can go to the website and you can connect your wallet and you can begin to stake. So here you can do yield farming, staking, and you can view your liquidity. So here if I go to staking, so do I have a wallet connected? I do. So here you can earn APR. So let's say you do 9 months worth of staking for, I believe this is Min token. You can begin to earn some rewards. A better one is ViFi because I actually have a little bit of assets in their vaults. So what you can do is basically kind of lend your crypto and you become your own bank of some sort, right? So here we're going to connect a wallet, Nami. You can connect different wallets and everything's becoming more interoperable, right? Meaning that other blockchains can communicate and work together, which I like a lot. So you're beginning to be able to connect multiple wallets to decentralized exchanges. And a lot of exchanges, they're upgrading to V2, V3, where they're lower costs because there's no employees, right? All the fees are done automatically. It takes out a lot of the friction. So it's very interesting. So here, if we go to vaults, this is a form of staking. So stake your tokens to earn. Here I've got some Kopi. So this is a token I like. It's a big crypto metaverse project, also available on Ethereum, BNB. So I'm staking this on BNB. So with one token that I own, I can stake it and easily own it on different blockchains. Like the interoperability, that's what we're talking about. The synergy with the decentralized exchanges and the token is amazing, but also the interoperability in that these different blockchains are speaking to one another. They're somewhat, you're able to work together is really powerful. So here, all you have to do really is connect a wallet, and I've got tutorials on this. So I'm just going over the general ideas, trying to look at the macro. So I've got the micro, I've got the tutorials, but the macro perspective is we're living in a time where you can own your digital assets in a non-custodial fashion, meaning you own the private keys, you're not giving up the rights to your cryptos, and you can begin to lend and borrow and make interest. That's the idea. And more. We're going to talk about what else you can do. So this is a big deal, right? Like I'm visualizing 2025 going into the next 10 to 20 years of your life. What can you do with these digital assets? And this is what we're talking about. So here, stake. I'm earning right now. You can see the number going up. 3.8% Kopi earned. And the thing is, the fees are so low, right? Like whatever they're getting on the back end, whatever. But the thing is that this is liquid staking where I'm not locking in my funds where I have to leave it for a year. So there are two main things. One is liquid staking, which I'm a huge fan of. I want to do a specific video on that. Comment down below. If we get more than 100 likes, I will do a video on liquid versus locked staking, because I really want to talk about that, because specifically when we get into MELD and other methods, it's powerful that yes, you can make income, but I don't want you to give up ownership of your tokens. And we'll explain why, because it doesn't make sense, right? If you're going to supply liquidity to a protocol, meaning, let's say I locked some funds into a vault. If I got to leave it in there for a year, but the token appreciates in value, like I want to have speed. I want to have access to take that out. So yeah, I'm making interest, but I'm protecting the downside. So there's other things. There's impermanent loss. It doesn't matter. But ultimately, when you're providing liquidity, when you're using these decentralized exchanges, what's really important is that you do not give up all of your power, so to speak. So here I can harvest easily. I can stake more with just the click of a button. So even if I switch wallets, I have another position with Dega. So here we'll do that. I'll just switch my wallet. Probably just got to refresh. So this is going to be Dega. And the other thing is that because of software, things just get better. Meaning, let's say you're a traditional bank, right? In Canada, right? I'm Canadian. Most of the time you're going to deal with CAD, Canadian dollars, and then you're going to deal with US dollars maybe. But in the traditional sense, there's not really a swift, a very quick way to, again, take out money. You got to physically go to a place or send an e-transfer. These methods are old. With the blockchain, I can literally take $1 million, supply it to a decentralized exchange like that for very little fees, and I can immediately take it out. I don't have to get permission. So it's decentralized in that fashion. You know that you're not dealing with fake money. Some of this fiat could be fake. So it's very interesting in that regard. Sure, there's risks, right? There's risks in everything. But I'm looking at a future where I've been watching it for the past 3 years. It's only getting better. Because whereas before you could only stake one asset, now there's multiple vaults. There are multiple assets. And soon, this DEX, who knows, will be able to support Ethereum, an entirely different blockchain. And we're gonna go over that when I talk about MELD. Because MELD, what they're doing, I know I talk about it in a lot of videos, but what they're doing is going to be a big deal in my opinion. So I didn't pick MELD just because I thought it would be cool. Let's pump and dump a coin or just pump it and talk about it. But guys, there's reasons for it. So this is DeFi. I like it. If you own a lot of Cardano, you can just begin to stake a lot of your tokens and you can harvest your rewards right away. So yeah, you do have a fee. They make some money. But here, if I hit stake max, I don't even know if I have any Dega to stake right now. But anyways, it's simple and you get the idea there. So that's going to be liquid staking, kind of talking about that. Cross-chain protocols. So innovation, interoperability, we went over that a bit. The top DeFi projects in 2025. Let's talk about some of the top projects. So the big ones are going to be, let's say, Aave. So Aave, big with Ethereum, etc. So let's say you own some Ethereum, right? So you go on crypto.com, Coinbase, whatever. You have Ethereum. You own the token. It does all right. What are we up on the year? 58% on the year. That's cool. Let's say you have a full token, right? 2,400 USD. On the month, you're up 2%. That's cool. Maybe this will keep appreciating, probably slower as market cap goes up. Great. Well, what you can do is then take that Ethereum, connect it to something like Aave. So Aave, which I haven't used, but I understand the idea. It's the world's largest liquidity protocol, supply, borrow, swap, and stake. So you can then connect your Ethereum, and what you can do is supply and borrow. So there are tax advantages to it. You don't really, I guess you wouldn't really need a credit score to do that. You just have to prove that you have the asset, and you can because of the blockchain. You can easily swap tokens, right? You can stake. It's got EVM support, and you have a health tracker. But what I like the most is non-custodial, right? So users maintain control over their own funds. This is the big one. That is the biggest factor, in my opinion. I assume I could use a hardware wallet, if not at least own my keys. So the fact that you can become your own, you are your own person, you can supply liquidity, powerful. So it's open source, transparent, perfect. Token holders decide which assets are listed. So you also have governance, right? So you can vote on certain things, and the people that own and that participate, they get the power back because we become our own bank. Yeah, so that's a big one, right? So 30-day there, cool. It's getting a little bit slower now, the computer. So anyways, trusted by the best, etc. So you guys get the idea. Basically, it's a place in which you can do true DeFi. You can do banking on the blockchain. So here you got supply, borrow, swap. So I'm going to share with you one of my favorite ones here as well. So we have that. There's also compound. So that's a big one. So you can pick up Aave. You guys can swap for it. There's also compound, which people like. But I'm going to show you one right now is MELD. Okay, so let's go back to the main website. So right now, MELD is a layer 1 blockchain with their own token where you could do lending and borrowing, and it supports the top 6 leading blockchains. So I view this as, let's call it crypto on steroids, DeFi on steroids, okay? So let's get into this, and then I'll show you the website as well. So let's go to the website first, get it organized. There we go. So we'll go back and forth. So this is MELD, okay? So MELD is a non-custodial, meaning you own your keys, DeFi protocol for Web3 finance, providing cross-chain lending, borrowing, and staking on the MELD blockchain, supporting the 6 leading blockchains, as well as integrated fiat banking. Wow. So you have your bank account, and, you know, you can deal with your fiat that you're in the country of. That's about it, right? It's very difficult. It's not cheap. But because of the blockchain, there's no intermediary. You can do all these things on top of the blockchain with technology. It's beautiful. And I think this is going to be a winner. The project is super cheap right now. This is the MELD app. So this is what we're going to show you. This is one of my projects. So look at this. Just imagine this, okay? By the way, they already have an app, so you guys can try out the MELD app. But this is also going to have fiat integration. So I don't know what that will be like with the desktop or not. So the desktop, currently, you can connect your wallet, do staking, you can view your assets, you can send and receive. So with this wallet, you can hold on MELD's blockchain. You've got Ethereum, you got Cardano, you got MELD, you've got Raw Dog if you guys are interested in meme tokens, whatever it may be. But let me connect a couple wallets here. Connect new wallet. Okay, so I got that one connected. We're good. So here you can connect a MetaMask. You got Nami, etc. So let's go to staking. So here I've got some staking positions. So we already talked about liquid staking. I showed you with a decentralized exchange. There are tons of them. But with MELD, let me share with you something interesting. This is a 1-year liquid MELD staking. So I've got tutorials on all this stuff. If you want to know how to do this, I've got videos. So guys, go to the Crypto Moose YouTube channel, type in MELD, or just watch most of my recent videos at the time of this video. So here you can go MELD staking. I have videos showing you step by step. This is a good one. How to stake MELD to the Azomi ISPO. That's a cool one. But I would say MELD staking, this is a good one. Most of them are good, but probably the best one are the most recent videos. How to supply, lending and borrowing, MELD app is live. What would be the best? I'd watch these. MELD, GMELD, that's going to help you just from scratch. Okay, so again, getting into this. With MELD, because the way they're doing it is they're not just a website or a protocol only where you can connect a wallet. They are a blockchain, a layer one blockchain where they have their own token. So you can bridge your tokens over and you can begin to stake and hold different assets. So with this, they're also going to be providing supply and borrow, so lending and borrowing. But I like these liquid staking things. So they're NFTs, they're a form of NFTs. So here I've got a 1 year. So I got like 500,000 MELD. It shows where I staked on, and it shows I can unstake, change pools. So if you're going to do staking, I really recommend for the most part that you do liquid staking, because with liquid, you don't have to lock in your funds and give up token ownership in a way for a long period of time. You can get in and out when you need. Okay. So why give up that power, right? I like lock staking. If you do a year, 5 years, but then 10 years, it's like so much can change, right? So comment down below if you agree or not. But what I like is the NFT form. So because of this, you have a visual representation. Here are some assets. So let's go to our wallet. Under NFTs, you can see our staking positions. And also, I believe I could send this 1 year staking to a different MELD address, which is wild. Like this is mind-boggling for some of you that have never heard about it. I'm sure you're like, what? So you can take $1,000, lock it up for 5 years, and put in $1,000. It makes maybe 5% interest, let's call it, and you send it to somebody. Within 5 years, they can unstake it. It's already in their wallet. They're ready to go. So that's a cool gift idea. I'm planning on doing this with my Loose Moose holders. So I will be doing a 1 year liquid staking to test this out. And I want to give one away to a winner. But just think about what that means in the newer sense, right? So you get into staking assets. You can see your positions visually. And the dashboard's incredible. I've just never seen anything else like that. So here I've got, let's see a longer position. So here I've got a 1 year. This one's locked. So the yield will be higher typically, but I'm stuck in this position for 5 months. But because it's MELD, what's so cool is that I can then move this NFT around. I can send it to a new wallet. So it's really powerful. It's very, very powerful. If you have a long-term approach, I think it's really cool. But again, I recommend to, for the most of your assets, stay liquid, because also if the token appreciates 10, 30, 40, 50x, you may want to get out. So I'm just being transparent about that. Here you can change pool. So you can claim rewards, change pool. I can send it to somebody else. I can unstake. So change pools. If other ones are available, I can select a pool and begin to earn maybe a different asset, right? So it's just really cool. And you can also help keep MELD decentralized. I just think it's an incredible thing. And I just think MELD right now is one of the best things in crypto DeFi. It's not even close. So here we got supply and borrow. So I've done some videos on this. I provided some USDT, and I also did some borrowing. It works. So do this at your own risk. Another one. So here you can supply using an NFT. These are bank managers. I have videos on this. So if you guys want to learn about how to do this, I'm not going to show you now. It's this video. How to supply USDT plus MELD. Very cool video, obviously, because the moose got loose in it. So that's what we got there. If we zoom in, let's see if we even have any assets. I don't really have much here. Wondering if I even have any USDT or something else. Not really. So anyways, if I had some USDT on MELD, I could use a Zomi to swap over. I could also supply with an NFT that gives me a yield boost. So what they're doing is just really cool. And we talked about, traditionally what you can do. It's not very much with your traditional banking. Then you have DeFi, your basic DeFi where you can do some lending and borrowing. Yield farming is basically where you supply two assets and you pool it in with other people. And when people, either make swaps or borrow against it, you make some yield, right? So that's where it comes from, the earnings. With MELD, I just think it's a very powerful thing that with their staking and their supplying and borrowing, it's going to be so big in the future within 6 to 12 months that I really want to bring it to your attention as well. So that's all I got. The moose got a little loose. And yeah, guys, check out my link tree. MELD has static nodes right now. And guys, I am not a MELD ambassador. It's just, name me a project down below that's doing what MELD's doing. And maybe I'll convert. So here's some static nodes. They're NFTs. I have videos on that as well. But guys, pick up a hardware wallet, right? We're talking about crypto. You need to be connecting hardware wallets when you're doing this. So if you have money, like I do in this space, I'm always connecting my MetaMask or my Nami wallet for Cardano using a hardware wallet. So, I've got my Trezors, I've got Ledgers, I've got Tangem. So guys, use code MOOSE. Save 10% off your Tangem wallet today. There's also the Tangem ring. So I already pre-ordered mine. Guys, $50. $50. And soon this will have support for perhaps MELD in the future. We don't know yet. But here you can pre-order a Tangem ring. I think this ring's going to be cool. I have not used it yet. So invest at your own risk. But use code MOOSE if you're going to pick one up. Save 10% using code MOOSE. So I've been in contact with Tangem, and they keep giving you guys these awesome discounts. Here we got Raw Dog. It already is. It's the best meme coin on MELD's blockchain. So when MELD goes up in value, you may want to hodl some Raw Dog. And we also have online courses, the Loose Moose NFT. So guys, I really like that idea. For Loose Moose holders, basically whenever we do giveaways or at the end of the year, so this will be the first year of the Loose Moose NFT, I want to give some away. And I'm probably going to be doing a MELD liquid staking for that. So if you hold one, you could potentially win. So with that being said, the moose is loose. Comment down below. What are your thoughts with DeFi? Is there anything that I missed? Anything that you notice or that you're excited about? Comment down below. Cheers, everybody.